Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of The Lowdown. My name's Kirk.
And I'm Mac.
And we are jazzed to chat with you today. We're going to talk a little bit today about how companies try to use competitive advantage to get to the top of searches or to the top placement in aggregators or websites or whatever. And Mac, this is becoming an issue with respect to some mortgage companies and how they're going about trying to achieve that top position in ad placement on the internet, correct?
Absolutely. So the CFPB just put out a press release recently that is talking about loan comparison lead generators. So think of you go to a website, it shows 3 different mortgage companies, their rates and fees and APR and all that stuff. The thing that the CFPB is concerned about with these in particular is that you may be getting on the front page of those or ranked higher on the list by paying more money.
Right.
So you're not having necessarily the better looking rates and fee structures showing to the consumer. The consumer's clicking on number 1 or 2 that probably just paid an extra X amount of money.
Essentially the equivalent of a sponsored ad versus an ad that has the best APR for the consumer or in the consumer's best interest.
Yep, absolutely. And one thing from a compliance perspective that you need to be aware of as both the loan officer or the company that has loan officers utilizing these tools is that because you are essentially hiring this as a contractor to generate leads, whatever they do also needs to be compliant with RESPA and other regulatory compliance laws, and you could be beholden to the ramifications of them not being compliant.
So
in that
they
phase.
could be in violation or non-compliant, and by extension, you could become in violation and non-compliant because you choose to use that service for your lead generation.
Yep. So when you are looking at ways to go to market or to generate more leads, you have to be, really thorough with your investigation of how this is actually happening with the company that you're hiring. And if you have some of these types of lead generation services, and maybe you didn't do that when you first vetted them, it might be time to go back and do a little remanagement of your vendors. And this applies to any vendors you use, not just lead generators. Anyone that you guys are using, you're putting your company's kind of rubber stamp of approval on their tactics. So you want to make sure that everyone is, above board and meets your risk kind of placement in the marketplace.
As always, do your homework and know what you're doing and know who you're working with. And for more great information like this, more resources for mortgage professionals, check us out on knowledgecoopplus.com, and we look forward to talking to you again.